Today, I'm going to touch upon a very important concept. It's called as a business plan. A very reputed businessman once mentioned to me that the biggest cost one could suffer is the cost of a failed business venture. How true is that? Not only you lose the money, but you lose a lot of time and patience and energies in your life. That is why it's very important to prepare a business plan before you undertake or start any new business. So what is a business plan? Let's say you are putting up a restaurant. You would definitely want to know whether it's viable, whether it will be profitable to start a restaurant or not. So, if you want to know whether a restaurant will be profitable or not, you definitely would like to know what kind of revenues will that restaurant fetch you. How would you know that? You can make an assessment of the number of people who could perhaps visit restaurant at the place where you're starting up that particular restaurant. How would you know about that? You can do a competitor analysis. You can find out who are the other guys who have got restaurants in and around that area. What's the kind of number of people who visit them? What's the kind of average bill they have? What is the number of times people come depending upon the number of slots available in that particular restaurant? If you multiply these things, that's the number of people into the average spend per person into the number of times they come, you'll be able to come to some sort of a revenue that the restaurant will fetch you. Of course, you'll have to compare that with the kind of cuisine we offer versus what kind of cuisine the competitor offers. In addition to that, you can do some sort of a demand analysis by creating a small sample size around your known population, the kind of people you expect to come to a restaurant, and prepare a questionnaire where you ask questions like how many times do people visit a particular restaurant? What's the kind of average bill size they raise in that particular restaurant? You will come to know, even more important, what kind of cuisine do they prefer? What kind of sitting arrangements do they like? So even a mix of quantitative and qualitative factors will help you arrive at what kind of revenues will that particular venture fetch for you. When you do that, you have to also analyze the kind of cost it will have to run operations. What is the rent you will pay in that particular place? What's the kind of people you need to have? What's the kind of other administration cost you need? You need to put all these costs together and compare them against the revenues it could fetch you, not over 1 year, but maybe over a period of 2, 3 years or 5 years. It will tell you over a period of 5 years what kind of profitability you will make. After that, you need to compare it with your initial cost which you put it into the venture. So for example, you made the whole interiors, or you bought the place, or you put up furniture and fixtures, the cooking equipment. What was that total cost and what's the profitability over the 5-year period versus that cost? That will tell you how quickly did you recover that initial cost of investment. Was it over a period of 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? And then you can take a more conscious call whether it's worth putting in that upfront money for that venture depending on the kind of returns you're going to make. So all in all, this comprises a business plan which will help you to take a wise decision when you're deciding to start your own business. So a must for your venture is a business plan.